What if I told you that in just 6 months, your financial situation could look completely different without winning the lottery or working 24/7? It sounds like a bold claim, but the truth is that your bank account is a direct reflection of your daily routines. I'm going to share 7 habits that can transform your financial health starting today. Think about the heavy weight of financial stress, the constant worry about the next bill, the feeling of being stuck in a paycheck to paycheck cycle, and the frustration of seeing your hard-earned money vanish. Now, imagine the relief of having total control. Imagine seeing your savings grow every single month while your debt shrinks. That shift isn't a fantasy, it is a predictable outcome when you apply the right systems. We are counting down 7 habits, 6 months to life-changing results. I've spent years studying the patterns of wealth and money management. I have helped myself and many others save thousands of dollars, reduce crippling debt, and learn how to grow money smarter through disciplined action. I'm not here to give you gimmicks or promise overnight miracles. There is no magic button. Instead, I'm giving you a blueprint of habits that really work if you are willing to stay consistent. Watch until the end, because habit number 7 is the one most people completely overlook, and it's the real game changer that separates those who just survive from those who actually thrive. Let's dive in, starting with the habit that can literally change your mindset about money. Habit number 1 is to track everything you spend. Most people think they know where their money goes, but they are usually wrong. We focus on the big bills like rent or car payments, but we ignore the silent killers of financial health. Those $5 coffees, the $10 streaming subscriptions you forgot to cancel, and the quick impulse buys at the grocery store add up to hundreds of dollars of leakage every month. If you want to achieve real financial growth, you must become an investigator of your own life. You can use specialized apps, a simple spreadsheet, or even the classic envelope method for cash. The method doesn't matter as much as the consistency. When you write down every single cent that leaves your pocket, you stop being a victim of your spending and start becoming a manager of your capital. Most people ignore this step because it feels tedious, but it is the absolute foundation for all the other habits. Without tracking, you're flying a plane in the dark with no dashboard. Once you know where your money is going, you need to implement habit number 2, automate your savings. The biggest mistake people make in personal finance is trying to save what is left over at the end of the month. The problem is, there is rarely anything left over because our spending tends to expand to meet our available balance. Automation takes the human element out of the equation. It prevents procrastination and builds a level of consistency that your willpower alone never could. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a high-yield savings or investment account the very same day your paycheck hits. Start small if you have to, even just 10% of your income. By making the saving process invisible and automatic, you ensure that you are paying yourself first. Within 6 months, you'll be shocked at how much you've accumulated without even feeling the pinch in your daily lifestyle. Habit number 3 is to pay off high-interest debt first. High-interest debt, specifically from credit cards, is a primary destroyer of financial growth. It's like trying to run a race with a heavy backpack full of bricks. The interest rates are designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of minimum payments while the balance barely moves. To break free in the next 6 months, you need a strategy. You can use the debt snowball method, where you pay off your smallest balances first to build psychological momentum, or the debt avalanche method, where you target the debt with the highest interest rate first to save the most money over time. Let's look at the real-world numbers. If you stop making just the minimums and find a way to put an extra $500 a month toward your debt, you can drastically reduce your principal and save thousands in future interest. Most people waste months or even years paying only minimums. Don't be them. Aggressively attacking this debt is the fastest way to give yourself an immediate raise in your monthly cash flow. Now, you cannot manage what you do not measure, which leads us to habit number 4, create a budget that works for you. The reason most generic budgets fail is that they are too restrictive and don't account for your real life. A personalized budget is one you can actually stick to. A great starting point is the 50-30-20 rule. This means 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. If those numbers don't fit your current situation, adjust them, but keep the structure. Another effective strategy is the envelope method for variable spending like dining out or entertainment. When the cash in that envelope is gone, you stop spending in that category for the month. An actionable tip for the next 6 months is to review your budget every single week. This allows you to make small adjustments before a bad week turns into a bad month. A budget isn't a cage, it's a roadmap that gives you permission to spend on what truly matters to you. As you stabilize your spending, you must start habit number 5. Invest consistently, even if it's a small amount. Many people wait until they have enough money to start investing, but that is a trap. The most powerful force in personal finance is compounding, and compounding requires time more than it requires a massive initial deposit. Even $50 or $100 a month into a low-cost index fund or through a micro-investing app can grow surprisingly fast over time. In 6 months, you aren't just building a balance, you are building a muscle. You're shifting your identity from a consumer to an owner. When you own a piece of the market, your money starts working for you while you sleep. This is how wealth is actually built. Don't worry about picking the next hot stock. Focus on broad market consistency. The progress you see in just half a year will motivate you to increase your contributions as your income grows. Habit number 6 is to educate yourself about money. You wouldn't try to perform surgery without training, yet many people try to manage their entire financial future with zero education. Financial literacy is the most valuable skill you can acquire. Dedicate time each day to reading financial books, listening to reputable money podcasts, or taking an online course. You need to understand the basics of taxes, the mechanics of investing, and the psychology of spending. Learn how to identify passive income opportunities and how to protect your assets. If you consume just 15 minutes of financial education a day, in 6 months you will know more than 90% of the general population. This knowledge prevents you from making expensive mistakes and allows you to spot opportunities that others miss. Learn in small daily doses to avoid overwhelm and treat your financial education like a high-priority appointment you cannot miss. Finally, we reach habit number 7. Build multiple income streams. Relying on a single source of income, like a 9-to-5 job, is one of the riskiest things you can do in the modern economy. If that one stream dries up, your entire financial health collapses. High-growth individuals understand that they need backup. This doesn't mean you need to start a massive corporation tomorrow. It means finding ways to diversify. This could be freelancing with a skill you already have, starting a small side business, creating digital products, or even investing in dividend-paying stocks. The goal for the next 6 months is simple. Pick a one-side income to start this month. Even if it only brings in an extra $100 a month, that is a 100% increase over what you had before. Most people skip this habit because it requires extra effort, but it is truly the fastest way to accelerate your journey to financial freedom. It supercharges your ability to save, invest, and pay off debt. To recap our 6-month transformation plan: first, track every single expense to see where your money is leaking. Second, automate your savings so you pay yourself first. Third, aggressively pay off high-interest debt to stop losing money to interest. Fourth, create a personalized budget using the 50-30-20 rule or a similar structure. Fifth, start investing consistently in index funds or micro-investing platforms to harness compounding. Sixth, educate yourself daily to increase your financial literacy. And seventh, build at least one additional income stream to provide security and speed. If you do just these 7 things consistently for the next 6 months, you will see real, tangible results in your net worth and your peace of mind. The transition from financial stress to financial health isn't about how much you make, it's about how you manage what you have. The sooner you start, the bigger the impact will be on your future. Comment below which of these habits you're going to start this month. I'd love to hear your plan. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into leveling up your money. Your financial health is in your hands. Start today.